For us, I think that we just really look for a high quality brand that's going to tick a lot of the boxes that our clients are looking for functionally, but that also offer us a lot of flexibility in terms of how we can design the kitchen with the products. So that really helps us design a kitchen that feels and looks really good, but also functions really well.
Welcome back to our Conversations in Kitchen Design series. My name is Amy Mitchell and I'm with Tisdale Distributing. Today we have with us Erin Hackett with Hackett House Studio. Erin, could you tell us more about you and your company?
Absolutely. So Hackett House Studio is a luxury full-service interior design studio located in Columbus, Ohio. I have been owner and principal designer of the firm for almost 5 years now, and we really specialize in high-end residential construction projects, so fully custom new builds and large-scale renovations. And we like to take a project all the way from concept to completion. We love doing everything from ideating the interior architecture all the way to furnishings and putting the last candlestick in the last candle holder. We really love a big project and to see it through all the way to the very end.
When it comes to kitchen designs, what colors, materials, and finishes do you think are stealing the spotlight right now?
So I am really loving that we're seeing a lot of people who are embracing natural materials again. So a lot of our clients are really looking for a lot of character out of solid wood cabinets, whether that's like a light stain or even a dark stain. We're just seeing a lot of natural materials and a lot of character come in that way in cabinetry. Same thing for countertops. I think there's definitely a trend towards leaning towards really beautiful natural stones that have a lot of movement. Even if they don't want to embrace a really busy and intricate marble, there's still a lot of really beautiful understated marbles that people can use. We're using a lot of quartzite for countertops in projects and just generally gearing towards a lot of natural materials that we're seeing.
Is there a design rule in the kitchen that you would love to break?
Yeah, I think that today in kitchen design, I think the conventional wisdom, people were taught to really embrace the kitchen triangle and to place appliances and sinks in a certain place. But I think that as far as design rules for kitchen goes, that one has been one that we have really not been focusing on too much with our kitchen designs lately. I talk to my clients a lot more about embracing zones in kitchens. And even in doing this, we are not necessarily spacing things too far out of the way. We are very much still considering proximity of all the essential parts of a kitchen, but we are able to focus on keeping things in zones. So a cooking zone, a prep zone. We even have little micro zones like coffee zones, breakfast zones where people will put a built-in coffee maker and maybe a toaster. But breaking things out into zones instead of focusing on this sort of outdated idea of the kitchen triangle just makes a kitchen feel a little bit more intuitive and allows us to be a little bit more creative with how we're laying out kitchens.
When clients ask for a timeless kitchen, what does that mean to you and how do you bring it to life?
This is such a great question because I would say almost 100% of the clients that come to us to design their homes do ask us for a timeless kitchen. And so I think how I would answer this question is, for us, timeless is not so much an aesthetic, but a focus on materials. So if you think about this, if you really aren't investing in high quality materials that are going to last the long term, I don't think aesthetically your kitchen is ever going to feel timeless. And I think that there's definitely areas in the kitchen where you can play and have a little bit more fun, like maybe with your lighting or with your hardware. But if you're truly going for a timeless kitchen, I think you need to focus on really good cabinetry, really good countertops, and materials that just when you look at them and when you touch them and when you feel like they're gonna last for the long haul, because that's absolutely part of what it means to be timeless. It's not just a look, it's definitely a feel and a functionality as well.
Okay, give us your take on appliance visibility. Should they stand out or should they blend in?
I love this question. Okay, so for us, 9 out of 10 times we are probably gonna have our appliances blend in. There is nothing I love more than a fully integrated panel-ready fridge and freezer. I think that there's really probably no world in which I would ever specify a dishwasher that wasn't panel-ready. But fridge and freezer, I do think is maybe where you can have a little bit more fun even though we're probably going to specify a panel-ready appliance for a fridge and freezer most of the time, I think context is really everything. And if we're designing a super industrial chef's kitchen, then a really large stainless steel refrigerator just feels so appropriate and really just blends into the overall design. So even though context is everything, I would say most of the time we're going to hide our appliances unless it really makes sense to have the unit stand out.
How do you balance aesthetics and performance when specifying appliances?
I think that this is something that we talk with our clients about a lot, because I think that appliances are such a big investment when you think of the total cost of a kitchen, and people tend to get really overly focused on the functionality of a piece. As designers, we obviously also want to focus on the aesthetics and not lose that part of it. It's one of the reasons that I specify Sub-Zero Wolf Cove on my projects so often, is because I don't feel like I have to sacrifice aesthetics, and my clients get overly joyed about a lot of the high-tech features that Sub-Zero Wolf products have. So for us, I think that we just really look for a high quality brand that's going to tick a lot of the boxes that our clients are looking for functionally, but that also offer us a lot of flexibility in terms of how we can design the kitchen with the products. So we love fully integrated panel-ready appliances, and that really helps us design a kitchen that feels and looks really good, but also functions really well as well.
What are some fun and fresh ways you're helping clients personalize their kitchen?
So when we are helping clients personalize their kitchen and really bringing out their unique character into the design elements, I think that what we're really focusing on is the details. So it's not any one thing. It's not just a statement pendant over the island. It's really a culmination of a lot of different things. So it might be a really cool pendant, but it's also going to be really unique hardware. You know, I see a lot of people using the same hardware over and over, and I just know how many unique pieces are out there. We love to find a really unique structural piece of hardware that has a lot of movement to it, something you don't see very often, and we can infuse that into kitchens with other details, such as a small bead on the frame of the cabinetry and other things that all together kind of make up one beautiful look and help the whole kitchen feel more personal for our clients.
Erin, thank you so much for coming today. I had so much fun.
Thanks for having me. This was great.
Thank you for joining. Stay tuned for more conversations in kitchen design.